everybody. Welcome. Come on in. Sit down. And, let me just mute my freaking. Let me just mute my YouTube because it was just putting out my own voice in my audio. But yes, welcome everybody. Welcome to the Ronin Radio. My name is Gunlock, and tonight, of course, my co-host is going to be here as well, Mr. Stark. Come on in. Let's welcome the people onto the show. There we go.
So, Gunlock, before we start, I think you've got the wrong mic on.
Holy shit! Okay.
So, put the right mic on and then say holy shit again so that we can really hear the difference.
Oh, no.
Oh, I'm so glad for once it's not me with the fuck up.
I don't know how to figure this out.
So on StreamYard, on the tab of StreamYard, there's a mic. You click the little arrow and you pick the correct mic. So yeah, we'll sort that out. We have a very special guest today. We've been racking up the guests these days. Huh? We're doing what it takes to get it.
Yes, sir. We're grinding. How about this?
Oh my god, that sounds so much better.
All right, StreamYard was not playing around with me tonight, but yes, you are right. We have a special guest tonight, but before we go with that one, I would just like to take note that 9 days ago, Ronin completed the migration, and while everyone else is, talking about the pod and all of that, the proof of distribution, we're going to be talking to one builder who's actually already 3 moves ahead. And tonight on Ronin Radio, we're not here to recap the migration. We're here to talk about what's being built on top of it. And Berlin has been on Ronin since before the sidechain became an L2. And from what I've heard, there has been a change of name from, I believe it was Ronin Realms back then, and now it's something else. And there is a new concept as well, and a playtest in 5 days. Brother Berlin, come in. Welcome to the show. And before I say any word about your project or what you're building, I want you to tell us more about it and, tell us what this project is all about.
How's it going, guys? Thanks for having me.
Yo.
Yeah, I've been on Ronin since Axie, right? Worked on or played Axie for a while. I was streaming too. Actually, Stark and I were constantly raiding each other too on Twitch. So that was like, when was that? 2021 maybe? 2022?
Yeah.
And I wanted a different type of game, so I started to just develop my own. And it was actually, you're right, yeah, Ronin Realms first, then we went to Realms, and then now it's Kojin. So Kojin is the NFT collection. And we just decided it's going to be like one brand, all under Kojin. The game is called Kojin, and the brand is called Kojin 2. Now I'm back to solo developing. In between, we had like a little bit of a team here, but obviously with AI and then also the market downturn, it's now possible definitely to do solo development, and I'm extremely excited about it.
Nice. You mentioned something about AI. So you are, I guess, integrating AI in how you build the world. Is that what?
Yes. So we basically, at the core of it, we have a large city, all immersive, 3D, Unreal Engine built, like a large city with thousands of houses that all 999 Kojin live in. Each Kojin is their own AI agent, and we have professions for them. So they have their daily routine. They will do their profession, and then you will be able to observe them and also receive quests from them. So then that's where the playtest comes in. So when you receive quests, you can enter one of the 3 game modes currently, and one of the game modes we're testing next week, which is the Dungeon Ascension. But it's kind of a mix of, you're able to observe it from a very high level, even on a browser base, but you can also go deep into the city and really have the immersive feeling of like a WoW-style world. And when I say WoW-style, it's not going to be as large as WoW at all, but like it's going to be a city that is pretty expansive. Again, it's 2,000 buildings. I think it takes like probably 20 minutes to walk, or maybe 30 minutes to like walk around it if you're fast. So it is pretty big, and everything is ownable in there too. So the houses can be owned, and Kojin of course too.
Wow. Okay.
What? So for people who don't own a Kojin, give like a little a short explanation of what it looks like. If what happens when, like, in your vision, like when you own a Kojin, what does it mean, and what does the Kojin do? For example, when the player's not logged in.
Yes, so if you don't own a Kojin, you can experience every game mode as well. There's a free-to-play Kojin, so to speak, and you will be able to go into all game modes. You will not be as strong. Your power is a little bit less, your player power, but you'll be able to experience it. You won't be able to earn rewards unless you economically contribute. But when you talk about owning a Kojin, then that means you own a part of the economy. So the AI agent will have their own wallet, and they will make their own financial decisions. You can't just tap into their wallet. Like, it's not your wallet. Like, it's the agent's wallet. You own the agent, but they own their own wallet. Now, you will get a small percentage of their activity, and you can upgrade them. And as you upgrade them and participate in their own power, you can actually get a percentage of what they make, and that's the core of it.
Wow. That's really interesting for me, because I'm a big MMO RPG guy, and having that AI just run stuff for you, like, I'm just imagining, right? So some of them could be like doing farming or like chopping trees and that kind of stuff. Is that something that, or is that like the direction of the how these AI agents would be working, or creating those?
Yes. So think about like each trait of the Kojin basically has a job assigned to it. So not all 100 or 200 traits, not every single thing is going to have a job, but you will have 2 to 3 jobs per agent that they can do based on their traits. Now, when they, wake up in the morning, they will say, okay, is it worth it? They can analyze the market and can say, is it worth it to chop trees right now? It's like, no, well, then I'd rather go fishing, because it's much better for me right now to go fishing. And then they will make their decision based on that. Then also, purchasing something from the marketplace from other agents, they will have to make their decisions.
Wait. They trade with each other?
Yes, that's the core of it. Yes, that's important, and you can enable more trading freedom for them by empowering them.
I was about to ask you what's the, because I'm assuming that you and then potentially the team in the future, when the game is released and there's possibility to have more people in the team, will be working on the AI, right? The AI model. But what part will the owner of the NFT have in improving the Kojin versus the general model that you're going to be, I'm assuming, also like working on over the years?
Yes, when talking to the community, that's always the first question, like, what control do I have? What can I do? And that will need to be decided, because the game modes were the main focus, having like the interactive part where the player can actually play, have been now developed, and the third playtest is coming up. After that, all the details will be more clear towards the end of the year. But right now, the plan is that you can upgrade them, that you can accelerate their timeline. So let's say they chop wood, and then they, instead of an axe, they want to get I'm just saying, chainsaw. Like that path to development, you can basically improve and shorten. And if you help them, you'll get a larger stake. And
you can improve their edge on the market at first sight. Yeah,
because they will have a leaderboard too, right? So the agents, like, who is the richest agent, or who's the most powerful agent.
And you mentioned
mafia time.
Yeah.
You mentioned something earlier about that the player that owns the Kojin also gets a cut of something. Is that like a commission base, or how does that work?
Yeah, so the goal overall is to have a sustainable economy, right? So we can't have that cut to be super large. Same with like on the developer side, we don't want to take crazy cut. But let's just say Normal trades that don't involve agents, it would be like a 1% 99, like 99.1. So it's a very, very low fee for any transaction. But then if you have the owner also involved, so if an agent who's owned by an owner be trading, then you have like 1% for the developer and 1% for the owner. It's just an example, but don't quote me exactly on the numbers.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, another team on Ronin actually is, I mean, has built something, I guess, similar in a way where you train. I'm talking about Moku, where you can train their your NFTs, and then they through time or through the amount of training they become smarter. Is that similar, or is that something that Kojin will actually be as well? Do they become smarter through more training, or do they become better at what they're doing? That kind of stuff. Is there like some sort of evolution throughout that process?
Yeah, I think there's an aspect to it, and not necessarily on the back end. The AI is actually smarter. It's more like you enable different categories of what they can do, right? So similar to when you have a subscription with AI, you have like the free tier, then you have like a $10 tier and the $20 tier. And again, don't quote me on any prices here, but if you contribute to a specific agent, then they unlock more features and are quote unquote smarter, but there's no reinforcement learning or anything on the background there. But decisions are not being made deterministic. So the outcome is basically kind of not clear when you're in the world. Like it could be something different tomorrow. And I think what's going to make it really interesting is actually introducing events, right? So you have everything normal, they do their routine and they have their goal because there's like a storyline as well. So they're going for certain beliefs they have in the story that they need to go for. And introducing events will like shake things up and really make the world more alive. I think that's the most important part. Like if you go into it, you need to feel like it's not a robotic world, right? Like they recognize you, they talk to you. So yeah, they see your patterns and all of that too. Yeah.
Wow, that's really interesting. Now, okay, why do you think that this is? I mean, maybe you don't think that this is the right model, but why do you think this is a better model of Web3 ownership, especially for those that because there had been a good amount of games that have not worked out so well in the Web3 space. But why do you think that this model could actually work?
I think it's important to not focus on I want to make a Web3 game, but I want to create an experience that is fun to be in, fun to observe, and fun to play. And I think naturally, like when you play World of Warcraft or any game, really, you obviously want that ownership. So that layer is important, and the hype we had in 2021, that was an important hype for a reason, right?
Right.
And that layer needs to be in there. So I think there's many different like quote unquote solutions for a successful like Web3 game. But I do think it just needs to be a good game that people want to be part of, rather that's just, an auto battler. If it's done well, I think it can work in Web3, or it's a more an immersive world like this one. I think we just got to test things out. And I think the cool part about this is that we have many different directions we can go to. Like, I'm not saying, oh, this will be the one solution, but we have a PvP mode, the 1v1 PvP. We have the Dungeon Ascension where you can play with 1, 2, or 3 players. And then we have like a farm mode, basically. And then you have the immersive world you go into. So I think there's different ways you can always approach it. We can easily add mini games, the browser layer, there's, depending on what seems to be successful, we can go ahead with that.
Yeah, and I am actually excited to see the actual game. I tried to download earlier, but I was having problems with the patcher. But I think Stark might be ready and will be able to walk us through the world right now, and maybe you can also tell us more about it while Stark rumbles through the game. And
well, we'll do a dungeon run, I think. No,
Okay, we're gonna do the extraction, or what are we doing?
What are we doing, Berlin?
Let's do the dungeon ascension that is planned for playtest next week. And just a heads up, many bugs still there, not polished features, and even for the playtest, the goal is to get it alpha ready for Q1 2027. And that's what we're gonna do. But this is 5 days, or I guess 6 days before the playtest, which is 5/27. I'm gonna send you an invite right now. You should.
How loud is the volume? Is it okay? I put it down to half.
Okay.
Or is it sharing this? Is it sharing the sound at all?
No, it's not sharing the sound.
Oh, that's a shame.
I'm not hearing it.
Can you accept the invite?
Yes,
you can also decline it if you want.
All right, so we're gonna watch Stark and let's see how bad he plays, because the last few games we've seen him, it's not
Oh, good. Get out of here.
Go to dungeon really quick.
Yes.
And then go to change. Yep, right
yes,
there,
I need
and then
to pick
select one of your codes.
Which is it this one that I tried yesterday? I think so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's hope it works. You put the new server up last night, so this could not work. We'll see. Big change made from yesterday to now is that now one person can go in, 2 people, or 3. So you don't have to find other people anymore, but you can, of course, and there will be bonuses. So it should be a little bit more helpful to go in with the group. You're pressing start. Okay, I can press start. You're like, can we just go in? Okay, it worked. Yay.
Okay, we're
Nice.
in. So each Kojin has 6 abilities. You can see them on the bottom. They're based on your traits, 1 through 4, and then your auto attack on the left mouse button and your defensive one.
Oh my god,
on the other
that's
side.
huge.
So here's the Ascension Keystone in the middle. So I'm just going to start the dungeon, and then you'll see on the left, you'll see the timer starting. Now you have basically 12 minutes to complete the objectives. Now we're Keystone level 0, so basically no Keystone.
Easiest difficulty.
And that's super easy right now. It's just for people to kind of see what's going on. You just triggered your Dracusa tattoos. So at 30%, if you hit the target with less than 30% health, you just
there's a big guy.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh no, my god, Stark, dodge. Bro.
The good thing is it's easy, right? It's not as punishing.
Yeah,
so.
there's not a lot of damage being dealt. Otherwise, I would be cooked right now. He's hit me with every single.
So from 0 to 1, we basically have a 100% increase in health and damage. So that's kind of like the baseline, right? So we have just 50% health and damage right now in level 0, just for people to kind of see what's happening, learn it, and then at the
We're
end
taking it easy on Stark right now.
Say it again.
We are taking it easy on Stark right now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And then you receive the keystone at the end. You want to go into the spider room?
No.
I'll let you go first. I'll pull the left side here.
Not good for people with arachnophobia. Jesus.
I know. I was thinking about that. In WoW, they actually have a arachnophobia filter where they have something better or something fluffier. So spiders. Don't have that here, but it is what it is.
It has a lot of what do you call that game? Forgot the name of the game. Okay, Stark is just
tagging along for the ride.
You have some good frames actually. I'm happy to see that. I'm always looking at frames and performance. It's sometimes it's easy to forget about that, but as I'm designing every part, I'm like, okay, let's keep this performant. Yeah, I'm running at highest resolution everything right now, and I'm at 100.
Same. Yeah, I have it on everything on max epic, and then I put unlimited frames. So
nice. That's awesome. Yeah, you have a really good machine. Oh, we have 2 meteors right now.
Oh my
god. They didn't survive that.
That's a double extinction event.
Yeah. I'll let you go
what
first
are these?
on this one.
You can't. I tried to kill them yesterday. I don't think you can kill them. You just have to
No, you
dodge
can't
them.
kill
right?
them. You have to dodge them.
Oh my god, Stark.
So bad at this. Oh no.
Left, right, left, right. Dodge. Oh no.
I remember there was a post on this, and when I introduced these guys, and it's like, and the Tengu mask heard why because of their sharp noses. I was like, yeah, fair point, but we'll keep them in. Okay, let me just kill these guys.
Oh, I didn't see these things.
Well, just break
Oh,
the barrier up there, and then at least we don't have the mask anymore.
we won't have to kill them. No, let's just kill them. Let's
Okay, I'll just kill them.
let's
There's also some optional stuff. So if you want to come down here, and I didn't show you this yesterday. So down here, we have a catapult that keeps shooting at us. So it also gives more percentage. So, and then you see some other stuff too. But
Oh
we
my
could. Oh, nice! You already have a meteor on it. Nice. That's basically it. So we don't get the catapult anymore.
Okay,
Yeah.
red means dodge, Stark. Okay.
What?
When
No.
you see red, it means you dodge.
I'm playing a ranged bruiser, so just face tank everything.
So we break that one. Yeah, and then you see these little waypoints. So if you do die, you know you have to activate these waypoints to then spawn there. If you die, you also get 15 seconds extra added to the clock, which I still have to implement. It takes like a second. I just need to do it. Now this wind elemental gives you the possibility to jump much higher. This is for a lot of people like painful because sometimes they fall down. And
That
then
didn't happen to me yesterday at all. I made no mistakes navigating this map yesterday. This is my first time doing this.
I feel like you're dialed in, you know. Boom.
This actually reminds me of Temple Run.
Yeah, a little bit, right? Yeah, I love Temple Run. So let's go behind this pillar because there's like a little trick you can do where this pillar falls. But we can also take the route on the left if this doesn't fall. So it's just a little bit more tricky.
Oh my.
Nice. You already got this guy on. And then let's actually go. So this one just activated the waypoint in the back. So we're good if we die. And then let's get some more percentage here. The spider I'll get to. And then there's another skeleton. Okay, let's kill these guys here. Nice. All right, on to the final sections. You see you have like 6 minutes left still. And I think it was important to get like a shorter game mode. I didn't want to do like the 30 minutes you see in the Mythic Plus runs in World of Warcraft. You know, this is 12-minute timer right now. So wait, are you there?
Yeah, there was a creature
Already being attacked by spiders. You're just hanging out over there. It's okay.
Yeah, I'm chilling.
And when when the playtest happens, there would be free-to-play players, right? Are the NFTs already integrated into the playtest?
Yep, we're playing with them right now. So Stark is playing with his NFT. I'm playing with mine. And again, if you don't have one, you can play with the free-to-play Kojin, which has its own little abilities. And by little, I mean 4 of them are actually pretty normal, and then 2 of them are a little bit lower in damage and stuff.
So you
right now,
have a slight advantage if you have the
yeah,
the
definitely. You
NFTs.
also have like a stat advantage for the higher rarities too. So we didn't want to make like crazy pay to win, but we need to find a balance of like ownership matters and like to pay to win, right? So you have more stats, so you get a little boost there, and then also we're jumping down to the final boss. Then also like a group bonus. So it's the final boss. At the end of this, there's still a bug happening where the server crashes. Yay.
Oh no!
But you can like basically, and the fight is not completely done. So this weekend I'll add a couple more abilities here. Like this is the phase 1 where you just break the glass basically. And there will be some more stuff happening that is more threatening. That's more like a showcase. But this weekend there will be more stuff added, and then should be good to go for the playtest. Now there's 9 masks in the back, and it will always select 2 of them in the early levels, then 3, then 4, then 5. So as you go higher in key levels, more masks will be selected. Each mask has their own ability, so you'll have to learn them. And this allows for replayability, right? So if you have on the highest levels, like key level 15 or so, like you have then 4 or 5 masks, I think, randomly chosen. That combination is going to be a little little tough. Also, that's where it comes in handy to have like 3 players.
And how does the key progression work? Like, do you have to finish key 1 to get to the key 2?
Yes. So
level?
one player puts in their key, and
Mhm.
that key, if completed on time, will be upgraded. So you can then say you need that player again with their key, or you can do your own key that you upgrade. If you don't get it on time, it gets downgraded 1 level. So if we try like a 10 together, you don't get it, it'll be a 9.
You can't just you don't.
Okay.
Yeah, seems fair.
Yeah. So again, it's just like one ability right now. She keeps doing
no.
that. Nice.
I missed the meteorites.
I think so too. I think it went into the wall.
Yeah.
No.
And then these are like the little columns here. Little columns.
Ah.
Nice.
Oh my god, the pillars.
So here I've got when some of the Kojins have those Dracusa tattoos. Looks so sick.
Wait for the server to break in a couple seconds. 2, 1, and it broke. Yep, there you go. So now you just exit game and you're good. Yeah. We could have also like masked it. Like, no, it didn't break. It's all playing. Just honest right now. Last one is. I actually know exactly what's causing it, so I just need to do it after this call.
All right, now okay, I have a question because you guys are certainly enjoying that one, but where does the AI agent behavior come in during that one? Is
Yeah,
that
so-
like yeah, go ahead.
The game modes are player only, so we want to make sure that we have a quest that can only be done by a player. Obviously, you can also have a bot in there and like try to figure their way out there, but this is only player based. The world, Hiroba, the city, basically,
Right.
that is all AI behavior, like the paths, choosing what kind of job they're going to perform today, the crafting, the advancing, and then also relationships, right? The reputation and forming relationships. That's a big part, by the way, the relationship forming between the agents, so they can endorse each other, and they only have limited endorsements.
Can you, if you own multiple Kojins, can you like make sure that there's a higher likelihood that they work together or stuff like that?
Say it again.
Like if you own multiple Kojins,
Mhm.
can you? Is there something you can do to make sure that they work more together or that they like back each other through reputation and stuff like that?
Yeah, so that is definitely one part I want to include, and then also companies. So I want you to be able to create a company if you have a certain rarity of Kojin. So that's one part where control of the player comes in. You can create a company with a Kojin that then can manage lower rarities, and those rarities can manage their lower rarities as well.
Maybe if you have a certain amount of Kojins, you can corner a market of a certain resource. Or
Yeah, right. I think that's where the trades come in. That's very important, right? That when you have a certain trade, it's a certain specialty in a certain profession, and I think that's super important in order to create that, because you can breed something, and then when you breed a Kojin, you're hoping for a certain profession to come, and then in a certain combination.
So can you? So there's these things like the dungeon run we just did are like limited time game modes, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so there's arena and mines as well. I saw in the. I'll just.
Yeah. So
what
the arena playtest 1v1 was, I believe, 3 or 4 months ago. That was a lot of fun too. A lot of angry people, killing each other.
Yeah.
No, but we have videos on X there to look at how that looks like. And you need 3 Kojin for that. So you basically learn 1v1 and you select your 3 Kojin. If you don't have any, you have 3 free to play. If you have only 1, then it's going to be that one, and then 2 free to play if you choose to. And then there's the mines run. So the one mines run is about 2 minutes. And same with the PvP. The PvP is like 2 to 5 minutes. The mines run is like 2 minutes. And this is 12 to 15, 10 to 12 minutes.
Yeah, this is the long format, so to speak, and it's a nice digestible format.
Yeah, exactly. And in the beginning, I was like, okay, we need kind of like a World of Warcraft game, but I don't feel like a lot of people still like to spend thousands
Exactly.
of hours.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot still do, but I think the trend is more towards like short form.
Yeah. Especially I think when you're starting out with the game, right? You don't have the luxury of just
Creating an entire
like,
world.
creating an entire world with all of the features that you want, etc. So you have to think like, how do I get people hooked to this universe without like it's a non-starter, right? If people need to spend 10 hours a day playing your game for you to have a hope to succeed, it's gonna be tough. Whereas if they can get little experiences, little things, and then I think it's the way to go. Especially I'm like a recovering MMO addict, so I think it's good to have limited time, limited things I can spend. So otherwise, it would be very dangerous. So how would it like in the open, like so in the world when the AI agents are so in Hiroba? Oh wow, I'm just the game's still open. I'm looking at the background. So, how would it? Are you able to like walk around while all the agents are doing their things?
Yeah, so I think that's the most fun and immersive part, to actually go in there and talk to the agents. And on the Kojin X account, it's a pinned post. You can see the world that you would walk around in, and the interaction with the agents and how it's going to look like. Yep, exactly that one. So that's really important. You can interrupt them in their routine and ask what they're doing right now. And
are you able to use any of your code, like your Kojin NFTs, to walk around with?
Yeah, so you're the observer.
Yeah.
Any player is the observer, but you can possess one, and it's going to be like the Spider-Man GIF moment, like, you know.
Yeah.
Like,
All right, so there's two. I was going to ask, so it doesn't interrupt their their daily tasks. You're just oh, there's the Jihos interaction. I think a lot of us saw a few.
I'll have to see what to do about, you know, someone recognizing that it's them, you know, with the ID. It's like, wait, this is you, right?
I think like as corny as it is, the Spider-Man meme might just be
so applicable.
as long as it doesn't infringe on any copyright things, but yeah, and then you have the big yak mount. No, so yeah. Has there been a time yet where people can? I think I froze. Did I freeze? Am I still?
No, you're good. You're good.
Okay. Has there been a time yet where players have been like a playtest of some sort where people have been able to walk around Hiroba, or not yet? And if not, when is that?
Yes. So
like even if it's a 6 month or a year window, when do you think that would be possible?
So surprisingly, it worked already 2 months ago. So we put up the server for Hiroba, and I was a little bit stressed because I was like, it's not gonna work. It's too big of a city and too many little actors. And surprisingly, it worked really well with good frames too. Now, one thing I had to do, I had to go through the entire map, which, by the way, we developed over 2 years. I think like 5 to 10 people, like all were on it like for so long. And you can see all of this kind of details figured out throughout the entire city. It's a really large city. But what I unfortunately had to do for it to work is I had to remove a bunch of trees. So all the greenery, which makes it so nice here, for now is like removed for the performance reasons.
Performance, yeah.
And it is what it is. We might,
as any competitive gamer knows, you usually remove and you turn off any setting that has
everything is low settings.
Yeah, you remove if you always remove the trees for better performance. But
so both the city and also the agents have been tested in like on the server environment. Very basic now, right? So not with any other actors overlaid, because you got to have like, okay, you have to test with the agents, and then you have to test with the world. But when you put them together, it's another level of scale. So that still needs to happen. But by the end of this year, I want the people to come into the city and test. Like the most important part about all of this is like, because I'm just by myself right now, like everyone needs to help out when they like come in and test. They need to tell me all the details. Like Stark, you yesterday, you know, had like all these little details. Like, I don't like this, and you're like, oh, it's just a small little thing, but can we change this? I'm like, yes.
And even in the
give me that detail, because I'll fix it right away. I'm not aware of it in that moment. You know, it's like thousands and thousands of little details.
So I was going to say, like when you said by the end of the year, let's talk about what people, because players on Run and players in Web3, or just anyone who's a gamer, is kind of starved for content right now. What is the timeline for stuff? I know. So talk to us first about the playtest in 5 days. Let's talk about that first, and then we can talk about what else is planned for the rest of the year, if there's stuff that's planned.
Yeah. So
go ahead, Berlin.
Oh, sorry. The official playtest is 527 for the Dungeon Ascension that we just played.
Yeah.
Goal is to get it alpha ready for Q1 2027. That's when the alpha is going to be launched with Hiroba and the 3 game modes.
Okay.
The playtest is really focused on just that one game mode, just how we did with the other game modes before.
Mhm.
And it doesn't mean it's bug free or like absolutely perfect, but it's like an alpha ready state. And that's what we have for the mines and the PvP. Now, this one will hopefully be ready by end of next week. And then I will be starting on Kojin. Actually, the most important part, in my opinion, right? Like Hiroba and building that up. And then throughout the months, there will be playtests. So the whole time, not officially announced, but I'll tell, we have a weekly meeting like on Unreal Wednesdays, we call it. People can jump into the world and then test things out. So there will be playtests after this one next week as well. Just not as official, and it's all leading up to Q1 2027.
Lovely. It's exciting. That's going to come faster than we're expecting it, I think.
Oh, I know, yeah. Maybe I'll do it 2028.
Immediately, as soon as I said that, Berlin stopped smiling. He's like,
I
oh,
know. Too much.
Okay, I just like to ask, like, what? Because you mentioned like feedback and all of that, right? Now, what exactly are you trying to learn through this playtest here? Like, what do you want to uncover from a player's perspective and all of that?
Yeah, so there's multiple verticals. One is the level. I want the level to be good, that there's no bugs, you can't fall through anything, right? That's more like specific technical parts. And there's the abilities. Are the abilities all working? Is everything working as intended? Because again, we have 100 abilities, right? So people need to go in with their Kojin and test this out. Like every mob, every level aspect needs to somehow like see certain glitches or whatever there is. I want to find that. And then overall, it needs to be a fun experience, right? Like, do players feel like, okay, like I'm going into this, am I like trying to go into the next key level? If I see the leaderboard, like someone, my friend is in front of me, like, well, I want to do it, or maybe I'll play with them. So I do want to kind of gauge on that, which is a little bit harder to measure. If it actually is fun, right? Especially if there's no progression system right now, except for progressing in the levels. There's no like character progression right now, which will be implemented. But I think that it's important to distinguish that from a motivational perspective. Like, okay, I'm doing this playtest right now, but there's nothing like I keep, right? Like in terms of, I made progression, so I keep this. So if that's not in your head, that you're moving towards a goal, then you're not, it's hard to measure how that will feel with that included as well. But it is still important that people say like, all right, this is not as fun. And we have some great community members who actually give some great feedback. Like, hey, can we add healing potions, which we will add to the playtest as well. Small little facts that make it more fun and make it more achievable. Those are the goals.
Awesome. Now, is there any? Because you mentioned that 2 months ago, or you tested Hiroba, and it seems to be working. Is there a specific moment that players can also experience that during this playtest, or is that going to be somewhere down the road?
Yeah, Hiroba will not be part of this playtest, but down the road in a few months, I would say. But like more conservatively, probably Q4 this year is when I'm going to open up Hiroba to figure out some more details. And the most important thing is that people understand, look, they come into like into a world that is being under development, right? So, and I think everyone really does understand that. But yeah, that's the goal. Q4, people can come in, and then we're gonna fix bugs together. And
are there any rewards? So I see in the slides that there's like you've done stuff before about in the previous playtest about being able to change a trait and stuff like that, I believe, right?
So we'll probably have Kojin as a reward, and then some monetary stuff too, which the Kojin you can sell too if you want, So
do people need the Kojin to do the playtest in the NFT?
Free to play. You can just go to kojin.gg, and then the launcher is on Windows.
So everyone make sure to ignore what's said in that slide there where it says Genesis NFT required. You can still find it on the marketplace, but you don't need an NFT to start playing in 5 days.
Yeah. It's also
and-
May 27th.
Okay, well, we can just blame whoever made the slides.
Unbelievable. No, I'm just kidding. It's fine. Well, the thing is, like, it's already live right now, so people can jump in, right?
Yeah.
Like the more like ready version is going to be the 27th.
Yeah.
But
so if for example, like in my case, I have a lot of Kojins. It's a perfect case to like try to test out the different things, even just discover the abilities of what you have. If you have a couple of Kojins and stuff like that, it can be good to just dip your toes in the water before the
and higher rarity gets you more stats, right? So
yeah, and you can go into when you're in the game, you can go to Theory Crafter, and
just share my screen real quick so we can just talk through it. Actually, let me just open up the game. One sec. Here we go. Oh wait, give me a sec. I can do it with the sound. I just saw this time where I needed to tick to show the sound. I think it's here we go. Okay, awesome. So here can you guys hear the sound?
Yes.
Yep.
How, because I can lower the volume. How overpowering is it? Was it okay?
It's fine.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you go to Kojin,
so here,
yep, these are all your Kojin listed. So if you don't have a Kojin, we'll just show like the free to play on the top. Right now, if you scroll all the way to the bottom, you should also have the option for free to play. Yep, all the way there is free to play. You see the abilities, right? And you can look through this, but you can also say, okay, like what are like the stats that I get? We have 10 different stats. And if you go to Theory Crafter, yep, right there, you see basically it takes a second to digest the screen, but I think
there's a lot of info on the screen. But once you start,
once you start like going through it kind of makes sense. So these are all the traits. So let's say you go to Snout, right? So on Snout, you see, let's say you click on Mech Snout. So that will determine the ability, which is right in that column. Yep, right there is the Mech Shield. It tells you what it does. And then below that is the stat it gives you. So once you switch to it, you can see what stat you get from what ability or what part. And then the summary of stats is below there. If you want to see what the stat actually does, you can hover over the actual stat too in the summary. And you should be able to see like
what is this horn? What are these horns called?
So Galaxy horns.
Oh my god.
They have a pretty cool ability too. Now, if you don't have a horn or a tail, then you get the standard free-to-play ability as well. So you can clear that out basically, and then you would get like that ability as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, here you see all these abilities, and then wings don't give an ability; they give you gliding, so you can glide, which is from a movement perspective really helpful. But as you can see there, there's another stat attached to it. So in this case, you get 850 ferocity, and then you see how much that is.
That seems like winged Kojins that's a net advantage compared to others, because the others have different stats given by different things, but then this one is just like it's a bonus. It's like an extra body part, literally.
Yeah, exactly. And then you can click on Aura, which is another stat. So once you have this is the legendary now with the Aura. Now you get like more, even you can see there, like for instance, speed or whatever. And then house specific, you get certain base stats more as well. So for instance, you right now are on Lotus, right? The pink one. Those are faster, or the fastest Kojin house. And then the most damage is the flame, and I think most critical strike is from Frost, and most vitality is from Sage. And
oh yeah, it changes your base stats here. This
exactly.
was 12,000, and then it goes to 10,000.
Yep. Exactly. So you can think about like what you want to breed, and
is it all, because I've noticed the pink, the Lotus, is it? Yeah, Lotus is the rarest house, right? Do the rarer houses have better stats? Or
no, they have different stats, as you can see there. I think they're pretty balanced in terms of the house, but you will determine if the speed is, for instance, in this case, the most important one. Because if you go into what we tested before, and this was good why we did all the play tests. The mines, it's about like gathering orbs as quickly as possible for higher rewards, and you need to be fast. So actually, Lotus was the #1 winner. You can actually look at leaderboard right now. If you go to leaderboard and you go to on the right, you go to arena. Oh, sorry, to mines on the right.
On the right, sorry, yeah.
Yep. And you see top one was the Lotus. That's driver. And then it did help to have a Lotus there, even though Pimpy and Wilders did Void. But yeah, the speed helped there a lot.
I guess this is where the different game modes coming in.
Yeah.
You kind of leaked something here earlier. You mentioned breeding.
Oh yeah,
we haven't talked about that yet.
that's the core of it, right? To expand the population, starting with 999 only. That's where the economic value comes in, right? Like if you breed something, you put in like a breeding token and a small fee, and a part of that will be used to actually give the agent some pocket money, like a small change to start their economic journey. So you immediately put value into the ecosystem by breeding, which is a good thing. And then actually the mines mode, if you actually click on mines on the top, so we have sigils here. Those sigils increase rewards, and those sigils can only be obtained by quote unquote burning a Kojin. So
wow.
Yeah.
Not a Genesis, or can you still burn a Genesis?
You can. I think so. I think you should be able to burn it.
I wouldn't want. They're probably like the mystic axes of axes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you wouldn't want that.
It's all about what you get in return. If you get a really good sigil.
Well, and also like on the breeding side again, this is important to not just start a game with 1 loop or 2 loops.
Yeah.
To then just say, okay, now we can start breeding. I think it was important to create this multiple avenues of like how can you provide value in the economy, and how do you make sure there's dependencies within those avenues. Like someone, like an agent might need someone to play PvP to get a certain material. It might need something from the mines or something from the dungeon. And I think this interdependency like creates trading purposes, and then also different avenues for burning. So I think 3 game modes plus the the agents themselves having professions then creates the demand for burning as well. And like
and we're going back to the Hiroba, like the world with all the AI agents. How, in your vision, at least for now, what amount of time are you envisioning for people to like take care of business, so to speak? Because I'm assuming you can check in on your Kojins. Is it like totally autonomous, or do you log in once a day to claim some things that they've done, etc.? Or as if you have Kojins and you're, let's say, just how much time does it take? Is it is it daily? Is it weekly to come check in on them, level them up? What's your vision for that?
Yeah, I think it's important to see on the Genesis side, there will be like the starter kit basically that they have enough to do for probably like a month or so. And then I think it's important when someone who owns Genesis when they're not playing, right? You got to think about like, what do they do when they're not playing? It will be a very like low progress state where it probably takes them, let's just say, a year to even go anywhere, and not even reach certain paths within the progression cycle, right? But if you want to be really involved in it, you can also go in daily, and I think that's where the management layer comes in. So the overall agent lives in the virtual world of Hiroba with physical constraints, right? All simulated, of course, but they have like their paths of like what houses do they go to, and where are the certain resource nodes. So they're like in that world, but it doesn't mean you as the owner need to be in it. And I think that's important, especially for the Web3 audience too. A lot of people don't want to be in a game. Like, even though they say they love Web3 gaming, they love the owning part of it and like the management part of it. So they're just on the website. So I think the website will be the management layer.
I was about to say that. It's like people like hanging out on it. Even as basic as it's like even the app, the whole app.axie experience. Like you spend more time on there checking on your Axie stuff like that than you do in Axie Origins, right? And even when you're playing Axie, even when you're playing Origins, or you're playing you have a tab open with the marketplace open and you're looking at things, but it might be like very not like super active at times. Like it does not requiring your attention. I mean, but you're still checking things out, seeing if there's a sale. That's where you notice it, right?
There are offers and all that.
Also,
Yeah.
where people can hang out, I guess, because I saw in the launcher, in the launcher, there's a chat. Here you
Yeah.
have a chat here, so
Exactly. So in the website, the launcher, the game chat / town square is all one. Hello world, that's right. Is all one, so you can communicate with different game modes.
Wow.
And that's already working, so that's good. And then we have marketplace, breeding, upgrading, and also following like on a kind of like a map of where they're going and what they're doing. Just on the phone, I think it's important to have that access. Now you won't be able to jump in on your phone or just on the browser into the world, but you can always decide to do that if you do download the game.
And what else does the like for the viewers that we're watching right now, what do they need to do to be ready for the 27th? Do they need to do anything else, or
I mean, join the Discord, follow the progress, always community updates there. On Wednesdays, I'm always on Unreal Wednesdays. And again, it's like really small right now, right? Like there's nothing that's officially launched. If you're interested in it, just come join on Discord and follow the process. And there's progress being made every single day. And I think since we're focusing always on one game mode, it always seems like, oh, this is like a small thing we're doing right now, but it adds up over the years, right? So once the launch comes, like there's going to be a lot of stuff happening and a lot of information you'll have to like digest, and the people who are there right now will know about it, and hopefully they can help each other out too. And yeah, just join Discord and download the launcher on Kojin.gg. Maybe
there you
your
go.
account
Download the launcher and get ready on the 27th. Even if you don't have Kojin Genesis, you would still be able to play. But now I want to zoom out a bit and I guess ask you, like, I mean, we all know that you came from Ronin, but why continue building on Ronin, Berlin?
I think right now the collection is on Ronin. The community is on Ronin too. We're all like one neighborhood here, you know. I think there is definitely considerations of including other chains, which we have already done in previous playtests. You know, we had like 2 or 3 other chains. Like a lot of stuff went on base before. We had Avalanche before. It's not that hard to include other chains as well. And I think the multi-chain approach is the way anyway, where you kind of let other people into, like, there's certain Web3 gamers who are not even on Ronin, right? So like, you gotta have a path for them without having to create anything else and have friction there. I mean, I do like the Ronin community. It's a good way to be in as a developer. And we'll have to see. I mean, everyone is kind of surviving right now, right? There's like a lot of survival going on, even like all the chains, and to see if it's even necessary to have a specific chain for it. Like, we'll have to see. But
and you're, in a way, like you're the epitome of that too, of the surviving, like knowing that, like, going down to like a one-man team to make sure that you are able to see this through during the tough times. So it's, and I guess all easily possible, not easily, but possible thanks to AI to help you multiply yourself, right?
Yeah, 100%. So all these like back-end features and also small little products like on the website or the launcher, like AI helps out so much. Like inside the game, like that's all still like handmade, which is, I'm going to keep it like that for a while. But all the helping tools that bring people together, like, you know, the chat and like the ops, basically AI helps out a lot for sure. And it's a good time to be a solo developer for sure. It's really exciting and it's only improving. It's so much fun.
Nice. So actually I just noticed, so the just to make sure it's going to be, it's sessions, right, for the playtest. It's not all week that it's going to be open, or how do you want, how's it going to work? Actually, I noticed 4 dates, but if is your plan to like leave it open, or?
Yeah, it's funny. I haven't decided the length of the playtest yet. The cool thing is now that we have one player possibly going in, or two players. I think I'm gonna keep it open for at least throughout the weekend. So
Yeah.
like Wednesday is the 27th, so through Sunday, so people can at least, if they don't have time during the week, like jump in on the weekends. I literally just in my head just made that decision that I think that's the best way to do it. So yeah,
that decision was made here.
I
On
thought about
Romania.
this before. I was like, okay, at some point, maybe within the week.
There are some advantage. Sorry, there are some advantage to being a one-man team. You don't have to check it. Just like, yeah, I just checked with my 3 colleagues.
Just check with myself. We're gonna go with that.
Yeah.
All right.
Well,
There's a little bit of chatter on the timeline regarding the Ronin proof of distribution and all of that. But what does Pod change for your project, or does that is that something that you're also looking into? Or...
Yeah, definitely. I think right now there's not a lot of incentive to do it. I mean, better be on it than not, right? So I will do it, but I was like so focused on getting ready for the playtest, I'll probably do it after. But if you look at the metrics, they're not really applying too much right now to the development of this, because we don't have the activity right now, even on the marketplace, right? It's because it's like only a few owners, and there's not a lot of like NFT volume. There's not a lot of like new holders or anything. So I'm not like in a rush to do it, but I think it's an awesome system. As long as the integrity is there, I think that's important, right? So I think.
Well, I think that's what they're fleshing out now a bit. They're changing some certain things, so it will be. I think it'll be very interesting now that you've. Sorry to kind of interrupt you, but it came to me to the thing of when all these in the future, when all these agents are trading with each other. That's like it's totally legitimate trading volume on if the chain is still Ronin that you're deploying on. Could be interesting. Or will it be, because if they have wallets, all those transactions will be on chain, right? Or not?
Yes.
Yeah,
exactly.
So that could be very interesting to see where that goes, on how, like, compared to like what volume that generates, how many transactions that generates compared to other games.
Yeah, 100%. And I think it needs to be. I think each metric can be manipulated very easily. Even if you look at the 10 RON per wallet, that's not hard to get an active user, and just say, and now it's 10,000.
And if my personal opinion on that is that I have wallets that are active that I don't have 10 RON in, because you don't need 10 RON on wallets. So it's a very arbitrary, not quite. It's like nonsensical. Yeah, you could have you just need 1 RON, and then you could have wrapped ETH or even AXS, BAXS to do all your different things. You don't need 10 RON, but yeah.
I still think like you got to measure it somehow, right? So I understand the approach. I'm not like saying like anything really negative about it. It's more like, it's easy to manipulate. And the only thing negative I would say is like that Axie's on it. I think Axie shouldn't be on it. It doesn't really. I think you can manipulate your own chain like so easily. It's not that I'm saying they're doing it. I'm just saying, in people's minds, like if they try to compete in a pool where you already know like the races could be rigged or easily rigged, you never know the truth. And then you also see it at number 1 the whole time. It's just like, it's not really motivating to be part of that, but I'm sure stuff will be figured out.
There's a lot of chatter about that today, specifically on the timeline. So we'll see. I guess this is where the fact that it's not quite, let's just say, relevant for Cogent's metrics yet is probably just going to be an advantage. You're just like, you're doing your thing, and then probably, hopefully, by the time it's more fleshed out, will be the time that it's also more relevant to your game. When they've fleshed out a lot of these different things, these different metrics, these different decisions they need to make, right, that they will do over time. So
I think like what's very important is like how much value are you locking within your ecosystem, right? So and even that is hard to measure, but I think for us for Cogent, it will be a good metric to see too how much value is within agents' wallets. It's fairly easy to see, like, these are all the agents' wallets.
Yeah.
How much value is within them, right? because when a player brings in value and upgrades them, that value goes into that wallet. Not all of it, but like a part of it. And I think that's a good metric to see too. And again, like different metrics for different games. But as a generic approach, I do think proof of distribution is good.
Nice.
Awesome. All right. Before we let you go, Berlin, I think we're on the top of the hour. I want to give you the floor for a second here, not to pitch, just to speak directly to our listeners, and because some of them are probably burned before by a lot of Web3 games, not just on Ronin, probably somewhere else as well, that promised ownership and unfortunately delivered nothing. And some of them are also builders that are watching from the sidelines and wondering if AI and games actually belong together. So I would like to give you the floor.
Yeah, I mean, for anyone still here, like, appreciate everyone still building. I'm still building. I know there have been a lot of, rug pulls and not truthful projects, and I think that's just part of the game. I think hopefully we're headed towards a brighter time in the next couple years. I'm excited to be part of it. I'll be here the whole time. Come join the Cogent Discord, follow the journey. I think I've proven that I'll stay here. I will stay here for the next few years for sure. And yeah, just appreciate everyone just hanging in here.
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you so much for coming on, and awesome conversation. We love learning this kind of thing, especially the audience. And AI is something that's really been talked about a lot, and having that game, integrating it is a really good direction. But I think that is the time that we have with Berlin. So, Stark, anything that you want
No,
to
I
add?
was just going to say thanks for coming on, Berlin.
Thanks for having me.
I'm excited I'm just excited to be able to experience like a much more immersive experience. Not to bash any of the other there's a lot of fun experiences out there in Web3. A lot, I guess, it could be debated, but fully immersive like this, where you're actually entranced in a world that's being built over the course of time. I'm just excited to be able to dive more into that. So we'll see how it goes. We'll just excited to be along for the journey. And yeah, thanks for coming on, Berlin.
Yeah, thank you guys.
BA also says thanks for the show.
Yay, BA. BA and Bridge.
All right, on the 27th, we'll be on the Cogent Discord, and we'll probably be hanging out there, and we'll be playing along if my potato PC can handle it.
It should be. I hope. Depending on
it's playable right now for one person, the dungeon runs. So if you are worried about having a potato PC, that's one of the things you can do ahead of time, is just download it, see how it goes, even just give feedback, and maybe Berlin can do a miracle fix for your potato PC if it's a specific feature that's glitching you out. So yeah, we'll see. And so just it's cogent.gg, and then there's all the links there once you go there. So cogent.gg on 27th of May.
Yep.
Sounds about right.
That's right. That's perfect. Right. Thank you guys. Really appreciate you.
Yeah. Thanks for coming on, Berlin.
All right. Well, that was fun. And
I don't know if it's because I don't I don't test a lot of Web3 games, and especially not outside of Ronin, because also like downloading shit and installing shit that from people you don't trust, etc. I haven't really done that, but for me it feels like it's quite unique to have that the ability to test like a proper game. I know some other games have built quote unquote proper games like that, but it's just nice to be able to experience something that's not just pixels in a browser. Again, I'm not bashing, but
I'm not bashing,
but there's a lot of pixels on browsers.
I feel you, man. I feel you on that one. Like even back then, I think a good amount months ago, when the Battle Royale extraction version of Cogent was out, I played it, and it was a lot of fun as well.
How did it run there on your potato PC?
It ran for a couple of hours, and then it just got fried, and it was just like, no, I can't handle it anymore. It was a lot of fun, and it's it's a step up from the games that we usually see
Absolutely.
in the Web3 world. So it's a really fresh experience, and hopefully a lot of you guys that are listening still right now would join us on the 27th, because me and Stark, I'm probably just going to be playing on a free Kojin unless Stark throw some my way, but but yeah,
We'll
you
see
can
about
play
that.
along as well with a free Kojin a free Kojin without buying the
Yeah.
NFT. But if
You
you
don't-
are interested in buying, you can
Yeah.
head on to the Ronin Marketplace and you can get one. And I
Yeah.
think right now the floor is not that high compared to the
Well,
the
it's
dollar
still
value.
like I wouldn't necessarily. That's not not necessarily the first thing to do. That like it's much more valuable for people to like try the game, play with the free NFT, join the Discord, give a bit of feedback. That's more valuable to Berlin, I think, than just buying an NFT, and which you can do also. But it's like it's not. We have Jay says what I missed.
Hey,
A
it was
cool
good,
show.
Jace.
You'll have to watch it in the playback. We at the start of the show we went through a bit of a we did a live play test. So we did a live dungeon run, and yeah, you'll just have to.
And
you'll
if
just
it
have to
was
watch
not
it back.
level 1 key, Stark would have died multiple times because he was just standing on the red circle
Yesterday,
every
yes,
single time.
yesterday I did the level 1 thing and I died twice. So, but that was falling off the map.
Falling out, okay.
I
That's
didn't know
even
you could do
worse
that,
than the
so
red.
You know that
circles.
the big pillar that fell down. Well, I just
Yeah,
missed the
yeah,
jump
yeah.
and I slipped off the edge.
Yeah, definitely skill issue. But yeah, thank you so much for joining. Jace, you are late, but you can watch the replay and you can take a look at what we've seen as well for the gameplay of Kojin. There's a lot of things that will be happening during the playtest, but one of which is going to be the dungeon run. And yeah, it's going to be an exciting one. I am more excited on the Hiroba one because that's gonna be
Yeah, I'm
that's gonna be
excited.
a lot of things happening at the same
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm excited to be able to finally have a game that I can push my new PC to the limit with, and because my old PC I couldn't even stream Axie 101. Even when I streamed Axie, it was like overheating. So now I can play this, stream it. As you saw, it was like pretty smooth. So
Yeah, and what another thing I'd like about it, I just wanted to talk about it because there's a lot of things that you can actually do as a player if you just want to play it, but at the same time there's going to be a world around it, the Hiroba world, where the Kojins are going to be trading or doing their whole thing,
living their life.
Exactly. One thing that I was gonna ask Berlin earlier, but I just forgot. But so if they breed, they create another set of babies, and it's gonna be living in that world too, right? And it's gonna be an expansion of the world, and it's gonna be an interesting how that unfolds.
Well, we'll have to ask him next time he comes on, because or just join the Discord and ask him. I'm sure he'll
Exactly. All right, and I think that is the time that we have for tonight. Thank you so much for joining. This has been Gunlock and Mr. Stark. See you all next time.
See you next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Boogie, boogie.